We're live all spontaneously, like. And what I'm wondering is, where have all the protons gone? All right, let's hang out for a minute here. Allow people to join the live chat if they feel like it. I'm interested in what the viewers think. In the meantime, if you haven't watched our last video, here it is on Instagram.
Now that we own a tripod, I guess I should be the first person to say, and I quote, Buffet from Beavis and Buffet. Testes. Testes. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So here's the video I put up for Instagram today. Those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about.
Instagram viewers who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, be advised that a coronal mass ejection will strike the Earth's magnetosphere on Saturday, March 23rd, 2019, around noontime, universal time. While it is not expected to cause any major damage, unprotected power grids may experience some minor grid failures. The coronal mass ejection emanated from a C-class solar flare on March 20th. The event is only expected to last 2 to 3 hours. In the future, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for 2 to 3 extra days' notice. May the solar wind be at your back and the atherosclerosis absent from your veins.
So I think we're going to get more than that.
Instagram viewers who
I think we're
have
going to
not
get more than
yet
that, folks. I don't know why that's I don't know why we've only seen these tiny spikes. So let's just look at the real-time solar wind here, since there's been nothing but a steady, flat, tiniest little spike at the beginning. And very early in the day, at about, what was that, about 8 o'clock UT. Let's zoom this out to the 1 day. This was on 2 hours most of the day for me, because I was very surprised to not see this close to where the prediction was. So I was now off by about 7 hours. So 300% margin of error is not acceptable. And that's why I'm wondering, where have all the protons gone? If that little spike in the density there was the whole thing, I find that very hard to believe based on the apparent trajectory and density of that CME. I'll go play a video of it momentarily. I just want to zoom this out to the 1 day. One little tiny spike. I love the way it's got a block-headed block right over part of the graph. It's a great design, thanks. Really helpful. Let me get out my utterly Korean, I'm pretty sure it's Korean, draw on screen application. I think it's hilarious. Whoops. Hey, smAsho, learn how to use the software and then stop talking to yourself. I love that. I love the way they put these numbers right over the graph. That's super helpful. I'm just going to leave this page. Thank you, NOAA.gov. Well done. And now I can't scroll either. Cheers. All right, we're going to go look at the space weather beacon there on stereo A. and look at that coronal mass ejection and scratch our heads and say, why the hell isn't there anything even above 10 protons per cubic centimeter? Not what the prediction was at all. I'll back this up to the 20th. If it will click. There we go. By the way, if anybody joins the chat, please sound off because I don't see anybody. We'll just leave that. We'll set that to 1 frame per second. I know plenty of people will watch after this goes up. They're not used to me posting a Saturday afternoon video. Oh, I didn't back that up anywhere near to the right date, did I? All right, let's go back to the 20th. Press that tiny button. I have to wear extra large and double extra large gloves, so it's really fun trying to press buttons that are designed for somebody with a baby's hand. Now's when you can make the Trump jokes. All right, and the Stereo A space weather beacon is making me want to pull my hair out once again. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm not, I don't even care. Whatever. No more government websites for a while. Jeez. How about just websites that have the data on them and I don't have to... By the way, those of you who use Brave Browser, are you using Brave Browser mobile? Have you noticed that they now moved the menu to the bottom of the screen? What the hell kind of shit is this? Pardon my French, but you ever see software before, dudes? I'm just going to get used to doing this, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to move it back because of extensive complaints. The likelihood of my starting a software company increases. Form follows function, and there's no form or function in this crap. All right, I'll stop raging. I used to like to play Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, and you know what the best thing about Wolfenstein Enemy Territory is? When you rage quit, all you do is press the tilde key and type /quit, the Linux command. You just leave the server. I like to say that when people storm out of a room. Oh, honey, don't leave the server. Don't rage quit and leave the server. Women love when you say that to them, guys. So try that out. Use gaming terms. You know, when you get pulled over by the police, tell them that the admins threw you into spectator mode. Nope. Brave moved it down there. Yeah. So tell us, what do you think about deciding to put the entire menu at the bottom? I think it's idiotic. It's not just dumb, it's really dumb. I mean, come on. It's still not as irritating as Google, though, with their share instead of save. You're telling me you don't have a file menu that says save on it? You're supposed to have things like edit, copy, paste, file, open, save as, save, you know, a file menu. If the people that designed this software did not have Windows, They would not be able to use a computer. A large number of them. They freaking write programs in Linux and they don't even know what the hell they're doing. They're copy pasting code that they don't understand at all. All right, folks. I don't know what's going on with the coronal mass ejection. It's kind of weird. Let's look at the other data. I haven't looked at this for a while. Just at the F2 layer, I thought the F2 layer was going to charge up. Possibly a tidal force, you know, preceding the CME. That's a thing. You see fluctuations in the electron flux. A couple B-class flares. A little bit of phi angle shifting around. Looks like there's trying to be a coronal hole connection there. And look at the density. It's so weird. Little dips in the density. I don't get it. KP is up to 1. Little tiny perturbation in the electron flux. Now, do any of you out there think that dot right there, not that dot, do you think this little perturbation here is the CME? Let us know in the comments, because I don't think so. I don't think so. Man, that's annoying. Why does it loads over there? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Congratulations, software manufacturers. Thinking about adding a little competition to your marketplace. Don't worry, it'll just make your software function a little better. Maybe you'll learn how to debug software manufacturers. Let me reiterate, I don't want to see Google destroyed. Google should break into component parts for its own good. Once a company is too big, it just sucks. How many of you have worked for a company that's too big? It can't get out of its own way. Not one single person in one single department has any clue what's going on in other departments. At many organizations. I once worked for a company that had 40 people at it. And that company was already so big that there were people doing very crooked things. And the president/owner thought that he was involved in like every little decision that was made. So when I asked him if he wanted to grow his company larger, he said, "No, I want to be involved in all the decision making." And that was when I knew that he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Also, he had the most incompetent office manager I've ever seen in charge of that much stuff. All right, so there's your solar cycles. Cheers. You know, geospace movies, solar wind looks super low. I definitely don't see any density spikes. Oh, and we were looking at, what was that? Space Weather Enthusiast dashboard, right? Just wanted to show you the Enlil forecast a little closer up. Oh, geez, how much stuff do I have? All right, there we go. Welcome, St. Louis Arch. Do you have a computer outside St. Louis Arch? And where is it located? Is it at the top of you or is it at the base of you? How are you able to type? Do you type through telepathy? Please let us know. People have to do something to justify their jobs. Yeah, I guess. But that's no excuse. If it's not broke, you don't fix it. You build more stuff. You build other things that do other things. Everything I say that could be sensitive gets buffered out. Oh, geez. All right, okay. How about bomb, terrorist, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, AOC. I think it's just my connection, dude. Man. You ever see me go through comment sections? Since they're public. Here we go. Trolls are a measure of success. Pardon the screen orientation. You'll see how we do comments. We think... I guess I can't really... I guess I probably can't talk while I'm streaming. Thanks for your comment. Don't pet any rabid dogs. See, I do all this public service stuff. Give people these important messages about petting rabid animals. Where would you get the levels of wisdom if you didn't view into this channel? You'd be lost. You'd think you were getting hit by a CME when you're not. All kinds of things. It's crazy. So yeah, there's the Enlil forecast. Doesn't look like it moved, and we should be like near the top of that spike on the density there, which is sure what it looked like to me. I think it's just it's still gonna hit. It's just gonna be later than the prediction. That's all. Which isn't that bad of a thing. That's a hell of a lot better than failing to predict, having it come early and things like that. Because when it comes late, you just get more prepared for more different scenarios. Let's check out Sunspot 2736. As it says, bye-bye. By the way, I was also wrong about this one this morning. Spent too much time whining about software. Do you remember when you would buy a game in the 90s? You would go buy a game like for a computer. Buy a PC game, and there'd be a label on the side where it said, if you have this hardware, this will work. You know why? Because back then people debugged their software. I mean, of course, there were some games that were crap, but how about geospace ground perturbations? I'll bet there's nothing going on there. Can anybody let us know how many people we have in the chat? The St. Louis Arch carries mail? How do you do that? How are you able to get anything in anybody's mailbox? Aren't you like a couple 100 feet tall? I don't understand it. To use telekinesis. Ah, welcome, Texas Rancher. Welcome, Nesnizgip. St. Louis Arch. Syrianification. I'll probably that's going to get censored. No, it's not an LG phone, and I'm not telling you what kind of phone it is. I'm not giving anybody any security updates on. Give them any ideas on how to hack my phone. My phone's model is classified. All right, thanks, y'all. Any requests? I mean, anybody want to see anything else? Because maybe you are. Maybe you just got a lousy connection. I got an idea. Let's look at some stuff we don't normally look at. Only once a week or so. How about the transients from Cygnus X3? That's some out there stuff. Nothing too exciting going on there. How about the transients from Sagittarius A star? Nothing too exciting going on there. It's still low, exactly. If we suddenly get hit by a very high density spike, it's gonna that sudden change is gonna. I can't see how some third and fourth world power grids aren't gonna take some damage. At least a transformer will blow out somewhere, I'd say. I mean, come on now. If it goes from 0 to 6 in 1 hour, one or 2 hours is what that KP index spike shows. I guess I'll put myself on camera. I wear my sunglasses inside. My future's so bright I gotta wear shades. Why would you be toast? You're not in a third or fourth world country. The trick is just turning off certain transformers when the induction happens. So, like, here's one that Snowflake turned me on to. Now, this is only an experimental data, but this actually shows the risk factors for the grid. Now, since it's experimental, who knows what this is showing? I have no idea what's being measured, how it's being measured. I mean, it's measuring millivolts per kilometer. So, millivolts per kilometer, folks. I think what you should tell people is, if you're going to do a transatlantic flight or something where you fly over the North Pole, get yourself a nice lead hat and suit. Get a nice lead outfit. Hey, how's that for a business idea? You heard it here. A company that makes hermetically sealed lead outfits. You know, you got like, how would you do it? Seal it in Tyvek. Seal the lead inside a Tyvek. And have like a weave made out of lead fibers. Make a suit. A wide-brimmed hat. It's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea. Lead suits. If it's encased in Tyvek, it'll be pretty durable. I'd say probably dry clean only. What do you think? I like my desktop. Here, have a tour of my desktop, folks. I don't have normal stuff on my desktop. Here I've got information on M82 supernova and the transients from that. Yeah, that's real normal. This is what I look at. I used to think radio astronomy was boring. Now I think most of astronomy besides radio astronomy is boring. I have a link to Velikovsky's Worlds in Collision, which I've never read, by the way. Only excerpts. I have Cygnus A, the transients from that. The strongest radio source in the sky, by the way, is from a galaxy over 600 million light years away. The strongest radio source besides the sun, that is. Here, check this one out. I'll show you Cygnus A. It's a funky radio galaxy. Now, if you look at this thing through visible light, it just looks like a giant elliptical galaxy. Oops. No, you can do better than that. Boy, oh boy, I think you'd find more results. All right, maybe I'll just type. It's probably easier. Super convenient. I don't want to go to the Wikipedia article. Let's look at Britannica.com. There you go. That's Cygnus A in radio. You got this massive galactic core, and things are not able to condense around it because it's what you'd call energetic. The strongest radio source in Cygnus. Pretty sure it's the second strongest radio source in the sky, dudes. Anyway. I think I'll save that one. That's a good one. But I'd like to be able to see it. Will the browser display it? It's anybody's guess. You know why? Because the software doesn't work. All right, I'm going to end this stream because it's getting depressing. I'll go back to the solar wind for about 2 minutes. Hope that it displays. Jeez. I feel like I'm operating an old jalopy. It's ready to break down at any moment. By the way, if you want to link yourself to the solar wind and get a bunch of data at the same time, you go to spaceweather.com, click on the Discover right there at the top left. That'll go right to the 1 day, which is the default setting for the NOAA site, which is sitting there with a spinning wheel. I've caused like 60,000 people to be looking at this at the same time single-handedly. So the IT guys at NOAA now want to track me down. Hit me with steel rods and the kneecaps. Yep, not loading. Oh. You know what? I think this actually remembers your setting. Yeah, that's right. This thing remembers your setting. So if you want to set it to 1 day, you got to set it that way. And as long as you have cookies enabled, it'll... Yeah, oh, that's fun. Let me just try to click it 800 more times. Oh, I guess it did click. Well done, dudes. Well done. Thanks. Thanks, dudes. An ace on the predictions, too, by the way. Hey, dead battery. Have some juice. There you go, phone. I don't hate you, hardware. I just hate the software. It makes me want to use DOS and type things like disk copy B:\\/ A:\\/ I miss the days. You type in a command and it does exactly the thing that you want it to do. It was the golden age of computing. Now you're in the toilet age of computing. The poop sauce age. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh, look at that spike. Whoa. Whoa, that's a spike. I don't know why I can't zoom in on this. This site is of so ill repute that it overrides Brave's override of zooming. Right? So that's a setting. Here, let me show you a little tip about Brave. Because I'm more than what you'd call a power user. So here's your settings, right? And I'm hearing strange noises. Things are banging around right now. I guess I'll have to go figure out what that's all about. Oh geez, I can't do this right now. BRB, folks. All right, no life-threatening emergencies have occurred. Although, this stream is officially over. Join us next time.